the manager wants to play a three front, like how Liverpool plays. So now you have 5 players. So among these 5, which is Son, Kane, Mane, Salah, and Firmino, which are the 3 from here that you will choose to start the game?
Wow.
Welcome to another episode of Football Bloods TV, and today with me we have Call Me FC aka Sanjeev. Oh, supposed to be the other way around. Sanjeev aka Call Me FC, and we have Isaac FC.
What's
so,
up?
How's life going?
Kilare, with the COVID and all that, what more can you expect?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, even during COVID, there were still international footballs.
Yeah, unnecessary, but someone's gonna make money, isn't it? Oops, they might find me.
Alright, so someone has to make money. So today's topic will be Liverpool's trios versus Spurs duos. So you're pretty sure know who am I talking about, all these
Obviously,
players. So the duo that I'm mentioning is definitely Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. I'm not saying like they are the only one in the whole team.
Well, technically they are.
The strategy that they both have among themselves, the chemistry that they both have among themselves, comparing with Mane, Firmino and Salah, the way they have their own chemistry. And then now we have Diego Jota somehow coming in, but we will stick to Mane, Salah and Firmino for this. Alright.
Hey, look, so Liverpool fans here. So it's gonna be a bit biased, kan?
It will be biased.
No lah.
Look, we will never have Tottenham fans here.
For today, I am the Tottenham fan.
In the comment section, you probably one fella. Maybe Shabby Singh, that's it.
Shabby Singh again.
Oh my god. Hey, but I'm a
Tottenham fan.
I can say that. No, but I'm a disciple of Jose Mourinho. So can say
I throw you in any club so you can survive.
Slap you there. I need. Oh my god! The thing is, it's on the internet already. You know, you cannot. Whatever goes on the internet, you cannot take it off already.
Yeah.
Stays there.
Unless you invent something new, lah.
Alright, so we have these 2 clubs, right? These 2 clubs are now in the top league. So you can see Spurs, after a long time and a poor start of last season, and even this season they had some poor starts. But now they are first place in the Premier League, while Liverpool, I think they are the same point, right? And then second place.
No.
Second place goal difference about 6.
Yeah, goal difference about
6 or 7.
7 goal difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so that Aston Villa.
We got 5 and they got 12.
Sorry.
Maybe from that Aston Villa thing.
Points difference.
No, even if we didn't concede in Aston Villa, so we'll still be behind them by a few points at least.
Yeah, but then now they are in the same point. I think 20 points.
Yeah.
First place and second place. I think Chelsea is very close by 18, and the next one is Leicester. So Leicester and Chelsea are the same point. Was that?
MU 13 or 10 are they? I can't remember. They already getting relegation.
No. They are already 10 already.
10 already lah. Arsenal where?
Alright. Let's go back to Spurs and Liverpool.
Okay.
Alright, so so why did I actually choose Son and Kane for this topic? Is
because you can't choose Rashford and Martial, that's why.
Not really because of that. I witnessed their chemistry, both of them. They had very good chemistry among themselves. Like you can see, like Son scores more goals.
You're not trying to do chemistry class, is it?
Yeah lah. Chemistry class is important. You need to combine hydrogen and oxygen to get water. So that is what
I dropped my chemistry for SPM.
And now you got to study my chemistry.
Alright, so let's start with the typical Liverpool front first. Not to say typical, the current team. Okay,
rather the only
so the
front.
first front three. So, what do you think? I mean, how do they actually? I mean, if you notice, the lineup will be always 4-3-3, Liverpool standard lineup. So, in that 4-3-3 lineup, we can notice Roberto Firmino will always be in middle, and then Mane and Salah will be on the left and right. So, in this situation, in the current situation, these three, the trios, they have been working very well. Apart from COVID and injuries and stuff, these three has been phenomenal for the past 2 seasons. Even everyone is scared to pass through these three players. So, what is their kind of build-up which caused them? Who is the main feeder for them, and who is their main goal scorer and all that? Or are they like combining themselves to form a good team? How to say, a good friendship? So, what do you think? Maybe I'll start with Sanjeev first.
Okay. For the trident of Liverpool, the front three. Okay. Firmino, Mane, and Salah. I mean, of course, if you notice, the way they play this season is a bit different from last season. Like if you notice, Firmino now, he is taking up the role of the proper striker, because before this, like, he's usually playing in the pockets. They call it what, the false nine.
Yes, false nine.
He can do false nine, and he can play as a proper number 9. But it's just that this season I personally feel like, I think they are struggling a bit. They're just struggling a bit. I think it's because the opposition teams have already studied, more or less they have already studied their movements. Like who goes where, who's going to do what next. So that is why I think Diogo Jota was brought. Yeah, he was brought into the picture. Okay. Mane and Salah, yes. When Firmino drops into the pocket, Mane and Salah will be the two strikers up front. But it's just that lately I noticed Firmino is a bit lost. At times he's the target man. At times he's the false nine.
Yeah.
So if you notice, a few games where Mane and Salah goes up, he also will be there in the same line as them.
He looks a bit confused on where he's supposed to play.
But it's hard. It's a bit difficult to say that he's confused. Maybe, I don't know, instructions from the coach. Yeah, most of the time. Because if you see Firmino, the way he has been playing over the years, it's like he knows his job very well.
Correct.
But it's just that this season, maybe perhaps Klopp wants to try something new. Or,
correct.
Yeah.
So probably switching it too often in the single game itself.
Yeah. So perhaps when opposition knows that Firmino is now the direct or the proper number 9, so Klopp maybe wants Firmino to make,
Step
to
up,
be more daring. Yeah, to be more daring in the front area. To make decisions. Sometimes, if you notice, sometimes Firmino, he makes impulsive decisions during the game.
Yeah.
But sometimes it works, sometimes it
doesn't work.
I think it's very normal. Yeah, this season I think there's a new system. I can only assume that they have a new system up front there. So I think they are just trying to get the rhythm and just fix and match.
Yeah. So actually, I have one question now. Okay, so this is, maybe I can ask. I start off with Isaac first. Okay, the manager wants to play a 3 front, like how Liverpool plays. So now you have 5 players. So among these 5, which is Son, Kane, Mane, Salah, and Firmino, which are the 3 from here that you will choose to start the game?
Wow,
that's a bit hard.
In this 4-3-3.
But
in the current situation. I'm not talking like in general or like for how many years. I'm just talking about the current situation. Which are the three players that you would like to have in your first three?
See, to begin with, bro, I feel maybe you might disagree with me, but I feel Klopp's style and Jose's styles are two different styles of playing. So even
Yes, true.
the front is going to be really different. Like you see, Harry Kane, Harry Kane is not the kind of person who uh, will go all the way back and come all the way front, find pockets, find spaces. He is, I could say, your pedigree striker, but also works a bit hard on the left sometimes because when they rotate with Son. And Son is a brilliant midfielder, if you ask me, who can assist and finish very well. If you look at Liverpool side, we got Mane Salah, who does pretty much everything that anyone actually wants. They can basically do anything on your left and right and front. And then you got Firmino, who brings extra brilliance to the front too, making it possible for everything. For me, if it ain't broken, why fix it? So I will still stick with Liverpool's current front three.
That's an expected answer, obviously. Okay,
Correct.
Sanjeev?
I would told you that it's gonna be biased.
You put me in a situation I can't choose, you know.
Yeah. For me, my front three, because I to be very honest, I had this situation fixated in my mind, watching, Tottenham's game, watching Liverpool's game, and if I had these 5 players in my team, the main three would be Son, Kane, and Mane. Okay, why these three is because these three, if you break down into their profile, their positioning profile or player profile, in that role that they are in,
Yeah,
all
they
three
perfectly match the roles.
yes, all three can play wide strikers. That means from
Right.
wide they come in.
Yes.
All three can play target man.
Yeah.
All three can play the false nine role. And they got speed. They got, they got the physicality. Their instinct. What I look for in a striker is, what they call it, fighter pilot mode. Fighter pilot mindset.
Must always
half
be
a
there,
chance.
Yeah.
Half a chance they take it. So that would be my front three lah.
See, that's the thing
Kane
you
in the
say.
middle.
But then, sorry, go ahead. Kane in the middle.
Kane in the middle, then Son and Mane. The thing about Son and Mane is they can
He can
Switch.
play
they
either
are
left
very
or right.
flexible. They can interchange. Yes,
Correct.
they can interchange.
Which will cause serious confusion for the opponents actually.
Yeah.
Come again?
We can actually cause confusion for the opponents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Actually,
sorry, you were
I
saying earlier, Isaac?
same.
yeah, so for me
Go
it's
ahead.
like there's no way I can disagree with your point because your point is actually it makes sense. But for me,
okay.
I don't know why I feel like the role that Firmino has been doing is the key to our success. Has been the key to our success. It could be also because of the gameplay, the way we play lah. But I find that because he has been playing like if we look at Mane is the one that would charges forward like mad, like a working horse, like a workhorse. And he goes all the way front. He can go with from wide to in. He does well. He does crosses. He scores brilliant goals. And then you've got Salah who finishes well. Also same thing, causes a lot of problem in the box. But then you've got always one guy that that is very silent but impactful. Like when the whole team pushes, you don't really see him there. But then when you see Salah, Mane in the front, then out of nowhere you see this fella in the center, in the middle, they're waiting.
Yeah.
When the chance fails or when they have to go back, you will have your Salah would stay usually along the line, and you will see Firmino go all the way back to help out the defense. And sometimes Firmino will also play within the midfield region, So because he's a false nine, so he can, be a striker at the same time, be a midfielder at the same time. So he doesn't have to really stay at the striking position. And because of that, it gave him freedom actually to move about every crevices he can find.
He's considered to be a free roam.
Correct.
Like he can roam anywhere up there.
Yes. Yeah. And because he's got a number 10 sort of a vision, number 10 sort of a player, I feel like he brings a lot in terms of playmaking, in terms of creating spaces, creating chances. Yeah, well, this season, not so much. I mean, I've seen the performance in general in Liverpool has not been up to where it was last season. But that because of
I won't blame them. So
many factors. Yes. Yeah. You've got injuries, you've got COVID, and then you've got unnecessary international games, bad scheduling. You got so many games this season.
Yeah.
Too many games.
I think even the European teams also, every week they have like 2 games to play.
Correct. And it's tiring for players. And until now, Premier League still don't want to allow 5 substitutes. I don't know what's wrong with them. But that's besides the point. So yeah.
No, actually, the substitute is because if you see lower clubs, they don't have the players.
Yeah, correct. But lower clubs lower clubs only got Premier League. They don't have Champions League.
Unless they open up 5 substitutions for the top players. But
that'll be unfair. They should open up for everyone anyway.
Yeah, that'll be not fair. So I don't know how.
Like you look, Liverpool today, and then Saturday the first game is Liverpool again.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I saw that.
But anyways, that's another day. That's another topic. So I feel like Firmino does a lot of works behind the scene, and he brings something that that most people don't really realize it. I think, well, maybe don't appreciate it as much as I probably do, and some of the people around the world as well. I'm sure Sanjeev, you know what Firmino brings on the pitch. So I feel it's a game. I feel like it's a formation kind of situation. It's a gameplay kind of situation. It's a preference between manager and both will work actually.
More importantly, who they are playing against.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
for me, actually,
Firmino is the kind of person who sprints back and forth. Firmino is not the kind who sprint like mad for like Robertson or like Mane and charges. No. He likes to play around and then find places where he can pass and lob. He likes to create that kind of thing. Unlike Son can create. Son will like really burst forward like Mane. Kane is very very powerful on that side as well and in the box as well, and he's got superb finishing moves. So they all bring something different. If you ask me, I'd like to have all of them in my team.
That's going to be hard also.
It's easy. Think about it. You could always put your Mane, you could put your Kane in the front, and you put your Salah, you could put your Firmino behind Kane, and you can also play Son on the 4-3-3, right? So you can also put Son on the
flank,
but goes forward as well. So you could rotate, move around, because like what Liverpool does is like they generally move around. They don't just stick in one position. Sometimes you see Firmino be up front, and then suddenly you see Salah be up front, Firmino go here, then suddenly they switch between Mane, kind of thing, So, I mean, if I'm going to be greedy, I'm going to take all of them. But if I have to choose per se, then I have to stick to my front three.
Okay, so for me, actually, I had the same thought as how Sanjeev said earlier. Because I'm not seeing like how Firmino plays, because Firmino is a fantastic player. Like what Sanjeev usually say, like you throw him anywhere he can survive. Like he even played left back and all that. So in my situation, I see in the current form of Harry Kane, he's in a different level.
Correct.
The way he behaves on the pitch, the timing of his run when he gets the ball, before he gets the ball, you can see his run. And looking at the way Kane runs, Son immediately interacts. He knows what to do next. So I would want them both in that team, and I want Sadio Mane as well, because Sadio Mane is not only a finisher, he's also similar to how Son plays. So when these two are playing in that kind of static way, then Harry Kane will be definitely the provider and also the finisher. which
Right.
means he will have multiple roles, and these roles will be made easier for him if he had Mane and Son. But I'm not taking away Salah because
Salah.
I know how Salah plays. But I'm looking at the
Different
way
way,
the
different way
current,
of playing.
yes.
You're looking towards aggressive pushing the front, very static.
Hmm.
You get the ball, just move all the way front and just find a way to finish it up in front. But
Yeah.
so the best players, like you say, would be Son, Kane, and Mane if that's what you're gonna go for. But I hope
So
not
what
lah.
do you all think? So what is your suggestions and what is your ideas? Do you actually stick to us the way we chose our players, like how we chose our five best among these? Right? We won't say five best. They were all talented in their own roles. Just that the way we try to shape up our questions, making it hard for people to choose sometimes. Like for example, even Son and Salah, it's not difficult. No, it's not easy for us to split them. But in the current time, maybe you might see some differences among the both, the way they perform and everything. So let us know in the comment section what do you think about all our topics today, and do subscribe to Football Bloods TV. Signing off, Sabesh Manmathan.
Bye bye.
Go ahead, lah. Isaac FC.
Oh.
There's no Isaac FC or all.